Hello. How long was I gone for? And I actually need to look that up. When was my last upload? My last upload was a little over a month ago. I don't even know where to start at this point. I'll start with something that's very important. I am going to be going back to college, which means that my time here on YouTube is once again limited. More limited than usual. I won't be able to record as often, I won't be able to edit as often, and I won't be able to upload as often. It takes a while for me to get stuff out because, well, part of the reason is something I never really told you before. And this is also the reason why I took a hiatus, if that's what's even called at this point. I wanted to focus more on quality of videos rather than quantity. Most content creators normally do quantity. I'm not trying to say that their content sucks. There's a lot of good, very high quality videos and content out there that people can make in a very short amount of time. I am not one of those people. And it's been a slow going process ever since I started. I don't know an efficient way to do things yet, let alone have the time for them most of the time. So I had to reassess how I do things around here. And it might be a relatively big change, or you may not notice anything different, but the videos I've been putting out lately, although I have liked, I couldn't help but feel there was something missing in them. And I couldn't figure out what that was. And then I was looking over some older videos, not on YouTube. I still have some raw renders still on my hard drive that I like to keep every now and then. And there's one particular problem I have. My mind tends to wander. And most of the time, it's usually because it's preoccupied. And although I'll admit, watching back some of my older videos, they didn't seem as entertaining as I was hoping. And I didn't see that during the recording process, and I didn't see it until I started editing the video. And the problem, when I was taught, if you can't record it properly, it's not going to turn out right down the line. There's no way to fix it down the line. You have to do a good job recording if you want to have a good job everywhere else. And although that may not be true for any professionals out there that somehow are watching, it holds true for me. The several videos I've uploaded, I have been preoccupied, and I have not been able to be at my absolute best when recording these videos. And it took me so long to realize this. But now that I actually am aware of it, there's going to be some changes around here. And because of that, videos are going to take longer. Not because I'm going back to school, but because I rather focus more on quality of the content rather than quantity, because it's easier for me. There's also something else going on. My dad has been diagnosed with cancer, and he's going to be going into surgery sometime next week, I think. I don't remember the date. But I am honestly not really too concerned by it. He's a fighter, and the doctor said he's young. He doesn't think he's young, but that tells me that his body isn't old enough to where it's starting to shut down. He's healthy enough to where his body can still maintain itself. So I'm not really too concerned. I'm not going to go into any more details than that, and I want everyone to know that we are fine. We can afford the procedure. I'm not making a GoFundMe or whatever so you guys can give us money. We don't need that. I'm not going to do it. Yeah, there's a lot of changes going on. When I get back to recording stuff on my computer, I haven't recorded something on my computer in so long. My last video was the PlayStation 2 console. That didn't really count as a PC recording. My main recording software now is OBS Studio. I've been using it for a while at this point. I moved on from Action, mainly because, well, its latest update has been incredibly amazing. I feel like I have more control over everything, and everything's much easier to work with OBS, even though some people may disagree with that. Now back to the subject at hand here. When I do get back to recording PC games, One thing I want to make you aware of is that I'm going to be uploading in a non-standard aspect ratio. I made a video not too long ago where I showed off some new stuff I got, and one of those was a 21:9 monitor. My aspect ratio is now 21:9 as I now have an ultra-wide monitor. Not super wide. Super wide is 32:9. Don't get those confused. So for those of you concerned, yes, YouTube does support 21:9 aspect ratios. You can find these videos on YouTube if you search for 21:9 aspect or 21:9 videos in the search bar. But what does that mean for people who don't have an ultra wide? Well, nothing is going to be cropped. What's going to happen is that if you watch an ultra wide video in full screen on a 16:9 monitor, which is what I'm assuming most of you are going to be watching this on, you're just going to get black bars on the top and bottom, similar to how a movie looks. Although I didn't add that in, that's YouTube's doing. So you're not going to be missing anything. In fact, you're actually going to be able to see more, as now my face won't be blocking a large portion of the screen. So it's just basically just a wider rectangle, a much wider rectangle. There will be some big changes going on soon. I don't know when my next upload is going to be after this one, so please just stay tuned. Some other good news I want to share is that my channel has started to grow. I mean, it's been growing since I first started it, but it's growing a lot faster for some reason. Considering what I just said, where I don't think I'm as entertaining as I should be, I'm surprised on how well it's growing. I'm up to 112 subscribers at the time of this recording. And I don't know how, but I'm grateful. But I'm very grateful. As you can tell, I'm preoccupied still. There's still a lot of stuff going on that I don't want to discuss at this time. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I need to reassess myself before I start recording again. And I don't know how long that's going to be, but hopefully when I do upload, it's going to be much better than what I've been putting out before, without extreme changes. It's not a rebrand or anything. It's still going to be ScottVordem, but different, and hopefully for the better. With that being said, I have several other videos on this channel that are several years old at this point. So if you don't want to wait until I upload again, I have all those older videos you can watch. Speaking of that, I have updated some playlist titles to say unfinished. The unfinished playlists are something I'm no longer going to continue because I'm going to restart the series and make a new playlist with the newer playthrough of it. Because I realize at this point, it's been so long, I might as well just restart because I probably don't even remember, like Soma. I probably don't even remember what I was supposed to be doing in Soma. I really don't. So I might as well just start over. It's going to be a new, fresh experience for me anyway. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Whether it be old or new, see you then. And again, I was preoccupied. Except I had good reason for this time because a lot of stuff going on.